Hey guys, Redneck Mini 14 here, and today I want to talk about why I love Nalgene water bottles. Now, I kind of got into this prepping phase in my life ever since 2020 started, pretty much, because a lot of things happened in 2020, and a lot of things got me thinking that, maybe I should start taking prepping a little more seriously. And so I started to kind of get things together for putting together a bug out bag, and I started to think more along the lines of making sure I have plenty of different things in case the supply chain runs out for a small amount of time. I'm not a big end of the world type prepper because I don't really believe that if the end of the world actually came, that many of us, if any of us, would survive for very long, even if we have tons and tons of supplies. There are a lot of different factors in how long we would survive in a big end of the world situation. But one of the things I bought a few of over the last year or so was some Nalgene water bottles. Now, I did have a couple, and I got a few more, but there are a few things that I really like about Nalgene, and the whole kind of reason for getting multiple water bottles is because if something happens and the water, you're having a hard time getting water, or you're out on the road, you want to have a plentiful supply of water. And I have learned about this when I was in Boy Scouts going backpacking in the mountains. They told us that we should have 2 to 3 quarts of water on our backs. And the whole reason for that is in case you go long periods of time between finding a creek or a lake or whatever to get water. So you want to have plenty of water to get you from basically one water source to the next. And every time you find a water source, you want to fill up. So you want to have 2 to 3 quarts on you at all times. And there are different ways of having water on your person. Possibly some of them are lighter and more compact than what I'm showing you, as far as when you run out of water, if you have a bladder, you can, just kind of roll it up and, tuck it away, and it doesn't take up as much space. But what I really like about Nalgene is, number one, it's kind of the gold standard in today's day and age when it comes to water bottles. They're plastic, and they are very indestructible. I mean, you can do, people have torture tests on the internet on, just how durable these things are. And so they are pretty durable, and they're pretty light because, again, they are a plasticky material. So that's, a couple things going for it there. Another thing going for it is they're really not that expensive compared to some other water bottle options. And because they are the gold standard in water bottles, there are different, attachments, I guess you would say, to put in the top of the water bottle, like, say, filters and things like that, that they make to fit the top of the water bottle perfectly. And that's kind of another thing, the wide mouth anyway, they do make the narrow mouth water bottles, but I go with the wide mouth, and it's very good for, say, cooking, like if you need water for cooking, or if you need to mix something up, you can pour it in here, mix it up, shake it up, and then it's a lot easier to pour out of a wide mouth than, say, a narrow mouth, which, again, Nalgene does make a narrow mouth water bottle, but I prefer the wide mouth. And also with the wide mouth is they're easier to clean if you're using your water bottle for cooking. So, if you, shake something up in there and you got food and stuff stuck to the inside, it's a lot easier to clean out if it's a wide mouth. And I guess the last thing that I really like about these water bottles is the amount of colors that they come in. So the oldest one I have is this little blue one. This is a 16 ouncer. And that's another thing I like about them is, you have 16 ounces, you have 32 ounces, which is a quart, this would be a pint, and You have even bigger ones that I think are like 48 ounces. But typically I stick with the 32 and the 16 ounces. But they come in all different colors. So my first one I ever got was blue, and this was a gift when I was in Boy Scouts. Every year they would give us Christmas gifts, and one year they got us water bottles, and they were all the same color, blue, which is kind of boring, but this is kind of the standard color for Nalgene. But nowadays they have so many different color options, and I don't even remember what all these different colors are. But this one's like trout green, which is more of like a teal or turquoise. This is a really, really cool color. I really like that. I want to say that this one was called like melon ball. So it's like this really bright green. And the lids are all different colors too. So you got a bright green lid with an orange connector thingy. I don't know what you call that. This one here, I think is called like pear something. I don't remember. It's just kind of a lighter green with a blue lid, and again an orange little lid connector, little lid holder thing. And then I don't even remember what this one was called. This one had like a really weird name, but this is just another shade of blue basically. And again, they have most of these colors in both sizes. And they're just all different kinds of colors. I mean, you can get like glow in the dark, you can get purple, pink, all different shades of these different colors as well. There's orange, and there's even brown ones and like gray ones. I mean, there's all different colors. And so you can, get whatever your favorite colors are. You can mix and match, and you can color code your water bottles, like say your husband and wife, and the husband has one color and the wife has another color. You don't mix up your water bottles. And so those are just all the reasons why I love Nalgene water bottles. I have 5 of them. I'm probably gonna get a couple more for my girlfriend. That way she can have her own and I can have my own, and we can swap back and forth if we're ever backpacking for like a weekend or something. We can have plenty of water, and we can each have our own water bottles and swap them back and forth, use them for cooking water and stuff like that. So yeah, those are all my Nalgene water bottles. I'm probably going to keep 1 or 2 in like a bug out bag. I might also put together a get home bag, like a 24-hour bag. So you definitely want to have some sort of water in that as well. So just kind of keep different water bottles in different bags. My backpacking backpack would have some. My bug out bag would probably have at least 1, and so would my get home bag. So I definitely need several of these water bottles if I'm going to do what I want to do as far as prepping goes, and as far as camping and all that. And that way I don't have to rob one from another bag. I can have like this water bottle is my bug out water bottle, this water bottle is my camping water bottle, or my backpacking water bottle, or whatever. I can have plenty to go around. So anyway, that's why I love Nalgene water bottles. If you're looking for water bottles for your backpacking kit, or your bug out bag kit, or whatever, your get home bag, or whatever, I highly recommend Nalgene for your water bottle options. So anyway, subscribe to my channel, like me on Facebook. I'm Redneck Mini 14, and until next time, be safe.